All right, welcome to LBC Math Methods, and today we are going to be looking at prime factorization of a number. Now, prime factorization of a number is exactly what it sounds like. It's factoring out all of the prime numbers within a composite number. So to do this, we're going to use a factor tree, and a fun example for a composite number that we could use is 48, because this is a lot of multiples. And when we're using a factor tree, we're trying to factor out all of the prime multiples that make up 48. So to do that, we're just going to break down 48 into two numbers. And so you could do a number of different multiples that make up 48. I'm going to use two numbers that are kind of fun for this, 6 and 8. And so 6 and 8 are both multiples of 48, and I chose those numbers because when multiplied together, they make up 48. And so I'm going to stop factoring these numbers when I get to prime numbers. So is 6 prime? No. So I'm going to continue to break down this number. And this number breaks down into only two numbers, which are 2 and 3. And so looking at 2 and 3, is 2 prime? It is, so I'm going to go ahead and circle that. And then 3 is 3 prime? It is, so I'm going to go ahead and circle that as well. And so the reason I circle these is because I'm going to use these later and I don't want to forget about these. So we're good over here. Looking back over at the 8, is 8 prime? It is not. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down as well. And so I'm going to break this down again. You could really only go one way with this. I'm going to break this down into a 2 and a 4. We've already determined that 2 is a prime number, so I'm going to go ahead and circle that. Is 4 prime? It is not. There's only one way I can break this down, which is 2 and 2. So again, circle these numbers, and now we have all of our prime multiples that make up 48. And so our final answer to represent the prime factorization of 48, I'm going to just write that 48 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and we don't want to forget about that 3. So 48 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3.